Now, the purpose of creating a squeeze page or a landing page is many times used in pay-per-click advertising, so that or Facebook advertising. So you have a very specific keyword you're targeting, and when people land on the page, they're going to land on a sales page that's very specific and relevant to what they're looking for. I wouldn't recommend doing pay-per-click advertising that just goes to your home page, because you really want to target your message and make sure the message, the keywords that people keyed in to find you, actually take them to a page that talk about it. And many times people will do pay-per-click advertising and they'll have all these different keywords going to the same page, which doesn't make sense because you're not necessarily, you're going to lose people that way. So you need to create landing pages for each of the keywords that you're going to target, especially for pay-per-click advertising. So I have a little 10-point landing page checklist I'm going to review with you. First of all, you want to make sure the message is matched. So if you're writing a little ad for pay-per-click advertising, make sure what you're advertising matches the page that they're landing on. As simple as that. And you want all of this to happen above the fold of the website too, so it's got to be short and sweet and clear. Make sure that it is relevant. So it's saying just because your ad and page copy match doesn't necessarily mean your page is relevant. Make sure your page is relevant to what you offered in your ad and relevant to your call to action. So you need to pay attention to every step of the way here, because you're investing a lot of money, presumably, in pay-per-click advertising. You want to get a high return rate on this. Make sure the page is valuable to the search finder. Is there a clear value proposition in your offer? You want to be clear and concise of what it is that you're offering, and be clear and concise in the pay-per-click ads that you create. And again, make sure all of this is above the fold, so people see it. They're like, the content is easy to read. You got pictures. It's bold. It's blah blah blah. Point, point, point. It's clear what you're offering and whether they want to continue. Make sure it's scannable. This has the same thing. Make sure your text copy is like 14 to 16 point in size. Bullet points are easier to read. Paragraphs are not. You got to break it up so it's easy to capture in an instant. Visually actionable. So let's say if you want someone to call you, have a big box that says "Call me now" right here, big and bold, and H1 header type, you know, like large fonts, bold, and have a big arrow pointing to it. Pointing arrows are effective. Try the pointing arrow thing. Or if it's to subscribe for something free, make sure it's right on the top right. That's how graphic design is done. The graphic design is built because people look in a Z fashion. So they're going to start left, they're going to go right, and they're going to come down and over, just like a Z. So I always put my subscriber buttons in the top right. That says, get my free ebook, subscribe, call me now, enter to win, whatever it's going to be. Top right, big and bold, with a arrow pointing to it. You want to minimize distractions. So create your page, and then you're going to edit it and edit again. Get rid of unnecessary copy, graphics, and links. You don't want to link anywhere off of that page. Don't give anyone the opportunity to leave the page through a link you're putting there. That's why it's called a squeeze page. It's forcing someone to take action without distracting them with a link to your website. You don't want to do that, or a link to your home page. You want to keep them on the page and get them to do something, especially, subscribe to an email list or call you right away. You want to make sure this page is easy to convert, meaning make sure your conversion is clear and easy to act upon. So, like I just said, if you want someone to call, make that phone number big and bright. Give them a reason to call. If you want them to subscribe, give them a reason to subscribe. Free tips, free whatever. Join a contest, win a prize. The next one, feels good. Does a landing page feel good, or does it feel cheesy and cheap and, like a sales page? Which many of them do, but they're effective. It's saying here, take a gander at your page. Ask others to look at it too. Does it make the visitor feel good? How good is your page as compared to your competitors? So do a little research. See what other landing pages it look like. Do some pay-per-click, do some searches and click on some of those paid ads, which I don't want to encourage because they end up having to pay for your clicks to do research. But compare yours to others and make sure it just feels good. And it makes people feel like they want to do business with you. And a picture of you probably isn't a bad idea, so it puts a face on who they're dealing with. You want to test and optimize your pages as well. So I know it's a lot of work, but it doesn't hurt to create 3 landing pages with different tests, and you'll ultimately come to a page that's effective, and you can use that page as a template for the rest of your pages. So test what works and what doesn't work. So that's it for your 10-point landing page checklist, and I got to recommend that Squeeze Page plugin to make it easier. Thank you.